The Day Before is like the weirdest game I've ever seen, man. I mean, the game itself isn't weird because, well, it isn't even out yet. It isn't released yet. It was supposed to launch on June 21st, 2022, I think, but it has been delayed so many times. If you go to their YouTube channel, there are like a bunch of promotional videos, and right now it is set to release on November 10th, 2023. But let's be honest, that's not gonna happen because this game just doesn't exist. In case you missed out what goofy, wacky nonsense has happened this time, I actually talked about it in a video about a week or so ago. I recommend checking it out. I go fully in depth and I tell the whole story because the Day Before, it low-key feels like a scam, but they aren't straight up scamming people. Like, they aren't asking for money, they aren't asking for fan funding, they just had a game, they posted on Steam, for some reason it became the most wishlisted game, but that's about it. All the gameplay and videos and screenshots, whatever they posted, okay, it really isn't like actual gameplay. Like, as I talked about in the last video, all of it is a vertical slice. What that means is that it is heavily scripted and kinda like fake, if you get what I mean. I mean, they still play through it, but like they add a bunch of like engine garbage over it and kinda hide the actual game behind all of that. So they make it seem like it looks really good, but in actuality, it looks kinda mediocre. And people really started to call him out for this, because every single time they went, oh, this time we have actual gameplay, this time we're going to show the real game. They didn't actually show the game, but again, another vertical slice with a bunch of heavily scripted segments in it. And then a few weeks ago, they posted this like little message, and this was the point where everyone just said, yeah, this is fake, this game doesn't exist, and Steam just straight up removed it from their platform, which is the funniest thing ever. Now, after this, they did try to like hype up the game more. It started out with more news very soon, stay tuned, and then for the big boy, okay? The time I've been waiting for. Everyone was on the tip of their seat, okay? I myself, I couldn't contain my excitement. I started pissing myself, okay? My body became unstable. They tweeted out, are you ready? Hashtag the Day Before, and rocket emoji. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Rocket emoji, the day before. And then finally, there was gameplay. And it looked like the most bland, uninspired, and uninteresting gameplay I've ever witnessed. All they do is walk and look through super basic menus to upgrade their guns, but they aren't really upgrading their guns because the stats don't change. What's the point of an upgrade menu when you aren't really upgrading? This is like a cosmetic thing in actuality. And there are some zombies, but they just shoot them like 6 times and they fall on the ground like a wacky ragdoll. Like, this is supposed to be a survival game, alright? When I think of a survival game, I think, oh, I build a cool little house, I try to maintain my thirst meter and my hunger meter, I go out, get more resources, upgrade my base, make a cool town, but all they showed here is that they walk. They are just walking and shooting zombies while looting food and water. That's about it. When I think of a zombie game, I think that the zombies are like a gigantic threat you need to try to like overcome. You need to try to build your way around them or over it, however you want to say it. And there are multiple ways to do this. You can do it like the Last of Us way, where the zombies are a bit more tanky, or you could do it like Left 4 Dead, where they are super easy to kill, but they attack you in hordes, like Call of Duty zombies. And then you have Dead Rising, where they are like in huge numbers, but they are kind of stupid and walk around like little losers. Again, there are so many ways you can do this. And then you have the Day Before, where they just kind of hang around in groups of 4 and you kill them in 5 seconds. Riveting gameplay. And it was to be expected, but the game looks nowhere as good as the footage they showed before. Again, everything they showed beforehand was a vertical slice. It had all this how did Nvidia even promote this? Like, so that's besides the point. Everything that they showed beforehand is not even close to what it's gonna look like in the end product. And that's what they showed with this gameplay trailer, because it doesn't look anywhere as good. But here's the kicker, okay? Here's the goofy goober garbo. I watched this gameplay trailer when it came out, but I didn't think too much of it. I mean, it was to be expected, right? But then I figured out through some Reddit posts that a lot of the ideas and composition from the Day Before trailer are just straight up copied from other games. It's so goddamn bizarre, man. First of all, you have the font, which looks almost identical to the Last of Us font. Like, it looks like this is some sort of prequel, some sort of side story set in the Last of Us universe, banking on people that fall for it, I'm guessing. But the Last of Us font is pretty generic, and it could just be a coincidence, right? And maybe we should give it another chance, okay? But here is the worst part, okay? This is actually wild. They straight up copied parts of the Cold War Zombies reveal trailer. I'm not joking when I say that. Look at this. It's almost 1-to-1. Of course, I cut it down a bit so it's like identical frame on frame, but this is nuts. This is literally the Cold War Zombies trailer, but just in the day before universe? Why would you do this? What do you gain from this? They just straight up plagiarized Call of Duty Cold War, and I don't understand why. Do they not have the brain power to think of something themselves, or is this some sort of philosophical trick where it's something that's vaguely recognizable and for some reason in your mind it becomes good? Like, I'm diving into weirdo conspiracy theory territory now. It's just weird. It's super weird and unnecessary. And then they also copied a screenshot from The Division and a screenshot from SnowRunner. I wasn't able to confirm the last one. I searched the internet for hours for this screenshot, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But this Reddit post did say that it was from this game, so take it with a grain of salt, but then again, it is probably true because of Cold War and The Division. These two things are straight up from those games. And then you also have the font. What the hell is going on? It is so bizarre. But in the end, it really doesn't matter because I feel like it has just been kind of proven at this point. This game is just fake. There is no day before. It just doesn't exist. I don't understand why you would lie about all of these things. They also had this little trailer where there was like a little house that it looks like it was built by a player, but they didn't show this in the gameplay trailer, and I just don't understand why. They just quickly scrambled this together in like the last minute because there was so much drama focused towards them that they had to pump something out. They had to show something to show that it was real, but all it really did is show that it isn't real. I'm a big fan of zombie games, alright? I really am. Like, the neuron in my little monkey brain goes bazonkers, but even I look at this and I just roll my eyes. I would love to see this game actually come out in a good, functional and fun state, but that just isn't gonna happen. It just isn't. This game isn't made by some big AAA company, okay? It's a small little studio, and everything that they're showing, it makes no sense. So yeah, that's really all I want to talk about. This is such a weird situation, man, and my brain just explodes from all the filth that is collectively being combined in my brain. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See ya later. Bye!